What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to tonight's late night Anfield Agenda news roundup, as well as covering some of the stories we went through on tonight's late night agenda. I've got a couple of stories that we held back as well around the likes of EKITIKE and a couple of others. So once you've watched this video, do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, we'd love you to drop a like if you enjoy it. But the main target, look up to that top corner. We are now just 319 subscribers away from an unbelievable 300,000. Hopefully we can get there tomorrow for the Aston Villa game, which we will be starting a coverage of from 6:15 p.m. It is a 7:30 kickoff, and we hope you can join us for it. If we can beat Villa and hit 300,000 on the same night, what an incredible night that will be, and it'll be a pleasure to share it with you guys. So hopefully see you then. But let's get stuck into the news because there is a lot to go through. So what we touched on tonight in the late night agenda was a couple of stories. One of them was from Team Talk that talked about a potential swap deal involving Alexander Isak, and Darwin Nunes. Now, as I've mentioned previously, it sounds a bit far-fetched, but they at least did have an interest in Darwin previously. And if Newcastle don't make Champions League football, maybe Isak is going to have a move away, so I don't think it's likely we get that swap deal, but hey, let's wait and see what happens. Another name, though, that has been linked to Liverpool today with Santi_J_FM, and Anfield Sector, credit to them for posting this, said Liverpool are in the running to sign HUGO EKITIKE. Now, I have not followed his career since he moved to PSG onwards. I haven't kept track of it whatsoever. I know he was a name that Newcastle had looked at previously as well, but I have no clue if he would be anywhere near good enough or if this is a reliable link. So your thoughts, let me know in the comment section on the idea of Liverpool looking to sign HUGO EKITIKE. Again, I need your help on this one, so do let me know. Right, next up, let's talk about Fabrizio Romano and Darwin Nunes a little bit. So again, credit Anfield Sector said the expectation in the industry of those close to all parties in this story is for Saudi clubs to return for Darwin Nunes. Darwin has concrete chances to leave Liverpool this summer, according to Fabrizio Romano. And look, I think we can all admit it is likely we see Darwin Nunes move on this summer. Now, if he has any interest in going to play in the Saudi Pro League or not, I couldn't tell you. But I do think we do see him depart. So I guess the question I'd ask around this one is, what do you think the transfer fee might be that Liverpool could command for Darwin this summer? AC Milan were a team that were interested previously, but as well as being knocked out of the Champions League tonight at home by Feyenoord, Arne Slot's old team, and ironically a striker that Jimenez moved from Feyenoord to AC Milan, I don't think they'll be back in the competition next year. They're 7th, I think, currently in Serie A, and I don't think they'd have the money, really, to bring Darwin Nunes in. So let me know your thoughts on that one. Do you think there's any chance he does go to the Saudi Pro League? There's certainly interest there, as confirmed by Fabrizio Romano and many others. Now, this is a story that I think we've all been waiting to hear. It comes again from Anfield Sector, who credit at MSI Douglas, say Milos KERKEZ is interested in joining Liverpool. And these are the words that I've been waiting to hear, because we know the quality that he has. We've seen him play for Bournemouth. We know he's the right age profile. We know Dominik Szoboszlai speaks very highly of him and they're very close friends. But we have to keep in mind, previously he said, I will not be joining Liverpool. I repeat, I will not go there. But I did say at the time, I don't know whether he meant in the winter window or ever. And according to this piece here at Anfield Sector, they believe that he's interested in joining Liverpool. And I certainly hope that's the case, because we need a left back. My own personal favourite is the Kuiper at Brugge, but, you know, KERKEZ would be more than good enough as well. A fee of about 50 million has been mentioned, which is kind of the same fee that is Dean Huijsen, his buyout clause. He's another player that's been linked with Liverpool again recently. Real Madrid and many others are looking at him, but I think it was Fabrizio Romano confirmed that Huijsen has a £50 million release clause. So that would be 100 million straight away there if you were going in for KERKEZ and him. And then if you kept Virgil, Mo and Trent, well then you're just a change of Darwin for another forward and a midfielder away from being a pretty complete squad. So let me know your thoughts on that whole situation. Do you think there'll be a double raid on Bournemouth for 100 million quid's worth of defensive talent? Again, one of them 21, one of them just 19. You will get many years out of them, and we do have Premier League experience with them as well. So let us know your thoughts on those stories. The referee for the game against Manchester City and his assistants has now been confirmed. Anthony Taylor will be the man in the middle on Sunday when we travel to the Etihad. He will be assisted by Gary Beswick and Lee Betts. Andy Madley will serve as the fourth official. And the one that worries me the most out of all of these officials is Stuart Atwell will be on VAR for the game. So, you know, I don't have great memories of Stuart Atwell, but that's the officials for you anyway. They have been confirmed. Tomorrow for the Villa game, it's Craig Pawson. This story is a really interesting one coming out of Spain. And it said that Ronald Araujo has a €65 million release clause for this summer. But interestingly, the piece said it's only valid for the first 10 days of the summer transfer window. So what are we saying? Araujo, about £55 million, €65 million. Worth it or not? Likely to leave or not? I doubt it. I think he wants to stay at Barca, but it is an interesting one. So Emmanuel Petit has had his say on Trent Alexander-Arnold, World Cup winner, former Arsenal star, and this is what he had to say about Trent and a possible move to Real Madrid. He said, if Trent does what he does defensively at Real Madrid, they will kill him. His words, not mine. It doesn't matter if he provides assists or scores goals, they will kill him. You know, look, I've been saying this for ages as well. Not quite that sternly, but I've been saying he won't get away with half-assing anything over there or jogging around with his hands on his hips. If he doesn't perform, they're ruthless. The media will go in on him. The fans will go in on him. And it's something that I really hope that Trent is keeping in mind with this whole saga, because I want him to stay. I think deep down most Liverpool fans probably do, but also I don't think everybody will be heartbroken if he leaves. It'll be frustrating to see a talent like Trent walk out the door for free, but of the three players, and we did have a vote on this tonight, we asked on the late night agenda, if you had to pick the most important one to keep at the club out of Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold, who are you keeping? You can only pick one. And with 69% of the vote, Virgil van Dijk was the winner, and then Mohamed Salah and Trent. So, you know, fans' opinions are very clear on who they think the priorities are. But for me, I want to see the money being spent this summer. So we've reported on the numbers of 200 million being thrown around, being spent. But look, once bitten, twice shy. We've seen this, heard this, read this before. And if it happens, brilliant. I certainly won't be complaining. But I think for me, it has to happen off the back of getting Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk and hopefully Trent renewed. Then go out there, fill in the few key positions we need to. Maybe we lose a player or two. The likes of Diaz has been mentioned as a possible exit. We don't know what's going to happen with Joe Gomez and his future. But we need a centre-back, we need a left-back, a midfielder, and change Darwin for a striker. If we renew the lads, I'd be happy with that. The big wild card, I guess, in all of this is the Alisson Becker situation. Lots of talk lately that Liverpool could be willing to cash in this summer. It's been said by a couple of journalists that the idea of moving to Saudi doesn't really appeal to Alisson. He'd prefer to stay in Europe. But I have no idea why Liverpool would even be looking to cash in, especially knowing that we're going to have a change in that department with Mamardashvili really coming in and Kelleher probably moving. Ideally, I'd like to keep Alisson for at least one more season to help with the transition for Georgie Mamardashvili. So that is pretty much it for tonight, ladies and gents. But it is now over to you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like if you enjoy it, and do hit that subscribe button. Tomorrow, massive game against Aston Villa, or maybe you're watching this early hours of Wednesday and it's tonight. But either way, 7:30 kickoff. We'll be live from 6:15. Nervous but optimistic. We'll talk to you then. Have a great night. Bye bye.